Hello friends, welcome back to Conscious Educators. I'm Nicholas Winter-simat, and today I want to talk about this idea of exposure to something new and different and wondering together as a foundation for transformative learning and this larger transformation of education that we've been talking about that helps young people become the kind of people that generate regenerative cultures and transform the world by their way of being. There's an old saying that to give a man a fish and he'll eat for a day, teach a man to fish and he'll eat for a lifetime. I think both of these are appropriate actually at different times. I would add one more to it. Just fish together and be curious and wonder about the world around you. I think that both of those other two things can be done within this larger context. Now, the education industry measures learning often through this accumulation of skills, knowledge, competencies, and there's nothing wrong with those. There's absolutely nothing wrong with giving someone a fish and teaching them to fish, giving them information and knowledge, teaching them skills. It's just when it ends there, I think that becomes problematic, because it doesn't encourage the kind of larger human transformation that we're looking for, that we need. I know that I am definitely guilty of this. I see a young person that is wondering about something and they're in a struggle, they're wrestling with it, and it's so tempting. I often come in with what I've worked out, because I've wrestled through that before, and so I come in and say, here's my conclusion, here's what I've reached. And I think that I'm helping them in the moment. And sometimes due to time constraints or just to feel like I'm helping, whatever it is, maybe my ego, I come in and tell them the conclusion I've come to. And it seems like on the surface, a teachable moment, and I came in and taught. But really, it might be a missed opportunity to walk patiently with a young person as they themselves develop that pathway towards insight, wisdom, character. Now that takes patience, that takes time. We can't rush that. But I may have robbed them of that. See, over time, when we always rescue or give information or give the answers, it trains a young person's mind that when I come against something that's difficult or I don't know, I have to go somewhere else for the answer, whether it's a teacher, a parent, a friend, or Google, rather than helping them develop this pathway in their mind that they can wrestle through hard things, they can hold tension, and that they have the confidence and the sovereignty to come to their own conclusions, their own wisdom, their own way of understanding things. That they have this capacity for sense making, for meaning making, for living out their beliefs and convictions. So rather than rob young people of that, I think as conscious educators, we need to see those opportunities not as teachable moments, but as opportunities to help young people develop their own psychological dignity and sovereignty, help them create those pathways towards wisdom. Because once they're out of our lives and out in the world, that, I believe, is going to serve them better than the answer that we gave, the conclusion that we had come to in our lives. Now, of course, as teachers, we should be good guides and mentors. If a young person is going down a path that we can see is destructive or harmful, or there's things that they don't notice, we can bring those up. I think that's wisdom. So I think in this underlying transformative education paradigm, exposure to new situations, sometimes uncomfortable ones, different worldviews, cultures, experiences, this is crucial to transformative learning. Being exposed to different things, different ways of doing things, different ways of understanding the world, and helping young people sit in that awareness, that non-judgmental noticing, and just to see and be, just fishing together. And then maybe wondering aloud together. Wow, I wonder why that person we met thinks that way. I wonder why they came to that conclusion. I wonder why that system even exists. I wonder why no one's come up with a better solution to that. Wondering together can then maybe lead to discussing possibilities maybe some solutions or answers or conclusions, all the while acknowledging that these are temporary placeholders until we find out more, until we're exposed to more. And in this way, we grow continually, and that the continual expansion of our understanding of the world and our place in it and how we behave in the world. Thanks for joining me. I hope that you found this useful and that you can find opportunities in your own teaching practice, maybe as a teacher, mentor, homeschool parent, any capacity. You find ways to notice when a young person is struggling. And don't rush in to help right away, but just guide them along that process. Help them build that pathway towards developing their own methods of finding wisdom, their own methods of coming to new insights and conclusions and growth. And see them light up when discovered for themselves. I'll see you next time.